In this episode, we will be building an awesome Piglin Bartering Farm. We will have all the items that we want. Not all of them, but some amazing ones at that. So, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. It will support me a lot. If you're new, consider subscribing. But first, that was an accident. First, let's see how we got here. Let's head over to the shopping district because we can collect our prize from the Easter egg hunt. And with that, I welcome you back to Sakuracraft. We are now in episode 18 and it's crazy. I didn't think it would come this far. I'm super happy it did. And I'm really happy with all the support that I've gotten so far. And let's get into this episode. Last time we were hunting for eggs, and as you can see, a few of these prizes already were taken and we came in third. So the other two people, I think Elle came first and Flamingo came second, already took their prizes, but this is just for us and it's not hollow. It's not hollow, so this is actually quite a good amount of diamonds. 15 diamond blocks. That is quite something. Alright, let's head over to our nether industrial district, as we will spend most of our time this episode over there. And as we are heading over, I want to tell you a little bit about what I have done since last episode. Not much, just the little things that I promised, which is the sorting system. So I added the hoppers up here, and now these hoppers get connected to an item filter on each side. We have one on this side that filters the gold nuggets, and the same on this side. And all the things that don't get filtered end up in this row and just get spat into this lava, so that we get rid of all the zombie flesh and some feathers and chicken that maybe come down as well. As you can see here, we don't have many gold nuggets in here, and that is because I've been AFK for quite some time and crafted up all of this gold already. So I'm not sure if it's the most efficient farm, but I think it's efficient enough so that when I'm working or when I'm studying for uni, I do get quite a bit of gold. And with all of that, we want to be building a Piglin Bartering Farm now. And I realized that I wasn't as prepared as I had thought. I still need some quartz. Where are all my diamonds? Here they are. Let's buy some quartz. 2 diamonds per stack. Let's take these 4 stacks. I think that should be enough for now, and we will be smelting these down to smooth quartz. And with that, we head over to our nether industrial district once more. I really do need a better system, and it's nighttime, so this is a very dangerous place. Let me sleep really quick. Alright, finally I think we can get started here. And as you saw in the intro, we are building a very special kind of Piglin bartering system. So I remembered some video some time ago that was using a design similar to this, but I wasn't quite sure anymore and I didn't remember from whom it was. So I just tried to implement this myself, and it turns out I by now found out it was from Gnembon, and I will link his video down below, but my design turned out quite different to his, and his is probably a lot more efficient, but what I have planned is very fun as well and is very much enough for our needs. We will be using a design where the piglins throw the items to us. We actually won't need any hoppers for this. So first of all, these are the different stations for the piglins. So we have a total of 12 of these, and then we need to cover them so that they can't leave. These trapdoors here are so that if they are a little bit higher, they can actually grab gold that will be lying on this block even though they are blocked themselves. So let me show this really quick. They will be standing in here like this, and they will be able to grab gold from there when they are standing on top of this trapdoor. This is the idea. Let me finish up the different trapdoors, and then I think our next task is to get those piglins. We have a slight, tiny problem. I do not know where the closest crimson forest is. As you can see here, we have these three biomes, the Soul Sand Valley, the Nether Wastes biome and the Basalt Delta, for a reason here. But in order to get piglins quickly, it's easiest to find a crimson forest. Let's see how far out we have to get. Otherwise, maybe we try to get piglins in the Nether Wastes. Although they're a lot rarer here, so it might take a lot longer to actually get them. As you can see on the left hand side where it says biome, we are now in a crimson forest, but this is actually some 500 blocks away and I didn't find a closer one. I didn't think this through when I chose my location, did I? Hopefully we only have to do this once, as in 12 times right now, but then never again. Yeah, that was not planned for. This is going to take a lot longer. I looked up spawn rates of piglins in the Nether Wastes biome, and it really isn't feasible. It really won't be fun, I think. So let's build a platform here, have some piglins spawn, and try to get them over to our farm area. The platform is in place, and the best way I know how to create some spawns is to fly up really high, kind of hover a little bit. But there's a gold farm, so some of these spawns might go to this gold farm. I hope we are getting a few spawns down here as well. Not on the first try. Let's try this again. I made the platform a little bit bigger. And we have a piglin. We have a piglin. Not only one, we have 2 piglins that we can use and 2 that we can't. So, goodbye, my friend. Can I hit you? And you go as well. Alright, let's get the other guy. And then we can head over on our long journey. Don't shoot me too often, please. No, don't hit the other guy. Oh my god. No! Okay. I still got both of them. They are still following. The arrow guy whoa, is not following me anymore. How can we fix that? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I want the sword guys. Alright. Because it will be a lot easier once the farm is set up so that they can't hurt me. Okay, let's see if this contraption works. Can you get over here? No, you can't. I thought this was feasible for you. Now you're gonna hurt me. Okay, let's do this. Trapdoors won't work. He needs a real block. Here we go. And now we just have to run a few more 100 blocks for our first and only piglin. And we are arriving. I have actually prepared a little area for him. We will see it in a second, I think. Come. There it is, but we need to replace the trapdoor again. The trapdoors, I thought they might be able to jump up there. Let's do this. Can we do this? That's not how it's going to work. Give me a second. Oh, and then we need to remove this guy, don't we? Very nice. We got him in there, and now we can name tag him. Come here, come here. And he should not be able to despawn. That was a lot of effort. Okay, see you again once I have a few more. I'm getting hoglins all the time. Unbelievable. I do not remember this to be so frustrating. Alright, so for now we have only 3 piglins over there, but I decided I will already put them into their chambers, because I think it's a lot easier to handle them if we don't have 12 at once. There's one thing I just realized. I wonder if it's good to use carpet for scaffolding more. I just used it for the staircase, and the nice thing about it is, similar to scaffolding itself, you can just remove the lowest one and all the other ones on top fall down. I guess scaffolding is still a little bit more useful, but carpet is a nice alternative. Anyhow, we have the staircase. I covered it with carpet so that nothing spawns. And then we have this contraption basically. So this is the hole we want the piglin to fall inside in, and they will get stuck here because we have this trapdoor on the top and on the bottom. And if I go through here, they will get stuck here. I can open the trapdoor, and if everything works out, they should fall inside. Let's see if it works out. Can we get one of them at a time? Let's see. They are blocking each other. They are blocking each other. One of you. Or are you getting stuck with the top one as well? I got one of them. Very nice. Apparently, I only need the one on the very top, the trapdoor. Can you follow me up here? Oh my god. I just lost balance. Okay, let's try this again. Focus, focus, focus. Here he follows. Very nice, very nice. And now... perfect, perfect. Now we can close it again. Very nice. The first one's in. And that's 3 of them in. Very nice. Only 9 to go. I think I'll skip ahead for you, as this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. And here we go. This is the last guy, and by now I have become some kind of professional at this. I already made some additions as well, and I will show them to you in a minute. Here we go. Sometimes I need to wait here because they get kind of stuck. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Okay, here we go. Now we have this trapdoor. Now calm down a little bit after a few jumps. Very nice. Okay, now we are done. Let's remove all this glass from the tube for them to walk in. And let me show you what we do next. Actually, what I have already done on the other side. As you can see here, we want glass on top of them, not the trapdoor, so we can just remove them. But actually, we cannot place a block of glass there because their head is sticking out a little bit. So what we do is quite easy. We just put a sticky piston over here, use a lever, we flick it once, and we get the glass on top of them. Let me do this with the rest of them, and then I'll show you how we actually trade the gold with the piglins. You might notice that I've replaced this block on all of the chambers. It was glass before, and now it's a full block because we actually need to use it for redstone. This is how we will feed or trade the gold with the piglins. So let me grab this, and this is the system. We have right now 10 trapdoors in there, and whenever this trapdoor gets triggered, nothing happens, but when it gets released, an item gets spat out, as you just saw there. So whenever it gets released, so there will be gold on there, and when they trade, they take the gold, and then it just will put another gold there. I will show you in a minute, after I've installed all of these, how we can actually turn this whole thing on and off, so that we don't just have to trigger it first before we can start trading. It might be easiest to show right now. In order to turn this on and off, we will have I was going to say electricity going this way. We will have redstone going into this block. And what this allows, let's put this lever here. If it's turned on, then this torch is turned off and the whole system is turned off. So if now we step on here, you can hear the dropper is not firing. There's nothing in there, but even if there's something in there, the dropper won't fire. So now is the question, if we want to turn it on, we also want the first item to actually drop. And that's simple as well. We just turn this off, whereas then this torch turns on and the first item gets fired. If there's a block here, it would then fall onto this. The piglin would pick it up and we get the next one. Quite a few things have changed since the last clip. However, let's take a look at them one by one. I kind of put up a roof here and this guy spawned over here. We don't want you. We need to fix that at a later point. First of all, I added hoppers and barrels on top of each of the droppers. And I actually added 4 gold ingots for now into each of the droppers to display the functionality of the system. Because basically the farm is done right now, but only in theory. Because we need to store the items. As you can see down there, there are repeaters between the blocks that have the pressure plates on them. So this is the system that will actually turn on and off the farm. Let's put this back and go over here. Here we have the redstone line going into a piston that's underneath this lamp. This piston has a slime block and a redstone block attached. So when this gets disconnected or the lever gets turned off, actually this whole system will be activated. Let's go down there and I will explain this in a later clip because we need to add a way to get back up again. But for now, let's fill up our inventory. And we have a few things like obsidian that they can trade. I think it's only obsidian, also ender pearls, but they are full stacks. So I think we should be able... Oh, I need to remove all the glass. While I'm down here, actually, let's take a look. They are all angry at me because I'm not wearing any gold. Let's take a look. So we have in the middle, we have a hole, and then we have a top slab right here. And this will be our position. So that the items that they throw, they actually slide on the ice and drop down into the middle. And down there is actually where we process the items. I think we can do a test run. This is where the lever is situated. We have 4 gold in each of the droppers. Let's see if this is working. For some reason, there are 2 gold up there. He didn't get any gold. There's also 2 there. Something didn't work out quite as I thought. They are throwing the items, however. There's no power. Something... Maybe I forgot a torch. Maybe I forgot a torch there. First, let's take a look at all the items that we got. I prepared a little bit down here already. We will take a deeper look in a second or in a minute as we have some other problems to figure out right now. But this is all the items that we got. Isn't that amazing? It seems everything should be working fine. We have a torch there and I don't see any inconsistencies right now. I actually might have an idea what the problem is. As one of the pressure plates gets deactivated, it might then lock the dropper next in line. But at the same time, I tested this a lot. I tested this a lot in creative and there were no issues of this kind. I guess I will need to double and triple check this. Alright, let's do this again. I really am not sure what the problem is. I think the problem should happen again because I haven't fixed anything, but I still don't understand. So we have 2 gold ingots in all of the droppers right now. This line goes once in this direction, so these 6, and then once in this direction, these 6. And it seems to me that this side is working perfectly fine while this is not working. And I wonder if it's somehow connected to this redstone signal over here, but then I'm using a slab here, so it can't really power this dropper in any way that I would understand. So if I'm standing here, pay attention to this chamber right in front of me. Now it's this chamber. It's even inconsistent. That's unbelievable. So you can see that there are 2 gold ingots in there right now and none in here and in here. And let's turn this off again. There shouldn't be much left anyway. And let's take a look into these dispensers. So you saw that this piglin here started trading and then there were 2 gold ingots in there. But there's still 1 gold ingot left in the dropper. There were only 2 in there. We created 2 gold. We didn't really, because somehow the gold ingots from this and this dropper ended up in here. So I'm thinking right now, maybe this is the problem. I don't know why it's not a problem in creative. in my single player. Maybe it's something with the server. I did this so that I can access this dropper immediately without having to wait for all the gold to drop down. But maybe they kind of, like, you know how different items, when you drop them on the floor, they kind of turn together to form a stack, like this? Maybe that's what's happening. Alright, 2 gold in each of the droppers. I replaced these trapdoors with glass so that this unit is completely encased in glass. Nothing should be hopping from one chamber into the other. Let's do this. What's going on? It's happening on all the sides right now. This can only be connected to the server handling entities in a different way than our single player. Maybe I can try to experiment with the timings a little bit. This is very frustrating, yes. I wanted to say sad. It's kind of annoying that things that you practice, or not practice, that you prepare in creative and single player don't just work, and there's so inconsistent weird behavior. Let me try to fix this by adjusting these timings a little bit. I found out what the problem is. I had a quick chat with one of our admins at the server. As you can see right here, if I throw this gold ingot and now I throw the second one, pay attention to where it merges. It merges actually in air. And this is a setting for the server. As you can remember, maybe in the beginning, we really struggled with the performance of the server because we had so many active players in the first few days. So these settings were changed, and now it's kind of an issue because the gold ingots just merge together even though they don't touch each other. So this setting can be changed. That's the good news. The bad news is that our admin is out of town right now and can only do this change in a few days. So for now, I think I will just do the sorting system, and sadly we won't be able to see this trading system running in this episode, but we will be looking forward to it so much more for the next episode. In trying to fix this, I played around with a different delay on the repeaters for the droppers, and I accidentally powered one of the trapdoors inside. One of the piglins got outside. I tried to get him back in. He followed me down, and he's back in his prison over there. As you can see in a second when he renders in. So I also have to get this guy back inside. Still a few more things to do. And I also have some kind of design planned for this. This was a stressful episode so far. Let's finish these things that I just talked about. As frustrating as this is, it's also quite interesting, to be honest. It's really interesting that this setting exists, and it makes sense because it's a very creative way to serve performance on the server. But actually, if you see it like this, I experimented a little bit. I go 2 blocks to the side and I throw this gold ingot in here, and they still merge together. That's quite intense. It works even for 3. Look at this. Now I'm wondering if this system could be exploited and we could create some kind of item teleportation system. Our piglin friend has made it back into his chamber. So we are all set and ready once the change to the settings is made. I was editing the video as far as I've gotten, and I realized that we are quite advanced in our time, and I do want to get this out to you. So I think we have to cut it short here, but let's hop over into the creative world because I think we have at least deserved to take a look at it again when it's actually working. So this is the farm in creative, and I think with only a chest piece on, I look really buff. Wish it was like this in real life. Anyhow, let's turn this on. I'm not in survival. That's a lot more fun if I'm in survival. And there you can see we have all these items being thrown into the middle like a spiral. I think this just looks so cool, and I'm so much looking forward, as I said before, for it to work on the server. Yes, with that, I will say goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, Make sure to leave a like. If you're new, consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next episode.